And let's continue with this span. Span, switched port analyzer. Okay, that is also known as port mirroring, guys. That is a feature found on network switches that allows the monitoring of traffic passing through one or more ports. So span is used for network analysis, troubleshooting, security monitoring, and traffic capture without interrupting or affecting the normal network operations. So span works by directing a copy of network traffic from one or more source ports to a designated destination port. So basically, network administrators specify one or more source ports or VLANs from which they want to monitor the traffic. These are typically ports where the traffic of interest originates. And then a destination port is configured to receive copies of the traffic from the selected source ports, and this port is where the monitoring device such as analyzer, packet capture tool, etc. is connected. Okay, so on the screen you are able to see that port 5, that is the source of the traffic, and port 9 is the destination where a network analyzing tool is connected to. Okay, so as network traffic passes through the source ports, the switch will go ahead and create copies, mirrors of the packets, and will be forwarding them to the destination port in real time, and the original traffic in the meantime will continue to its intended destination without any interruption or modification. And then in the end, the monitoring device connected to the destination port captures the monitored mirrored traffic for analysis, monitoring network performance, security analysis, or troubleshooting purpose. So mostly administrators, guys, can analyze the captured traffic using tools like Wireshark or Network Analyzer to diagnose the issues. There are two types of the span: local span and the remote span. Local span monitors the traffic on ports within the same switch. Okay, it copies the traffic from designated source ports to destination ports within the same switch. On the other hand, we have RSPAN also, remote span, as you are seeing on the screen. Here, the purpose is monitoring the traffic across multiple switches. So RSPAN will copy the traffic from source ports on one switch and will forward it to a remote destination port on another switch for analysis. As you are seeing on the screen, we have multiple switches and there is a remote span topology. How we are configuring a local span? That is by using monitor session command. Okay, basically you just type the monitor session 1 and you define your source interface, such as source interface fast ethernet 01, that will be your source. Then you define the destination interface, monitor session 1, destination interface, and the fast ethernet 09, whatever interface you just want to use. Okay, and this is how I can configure the remote span. So for example, in this topology I have my switch 1, and switch 1 has gig 01 interface that our monitored hosts are connected to. First of all, we need to define a VLAN, and this VLAN is used to carry the mirrored traffic between switches. Okay, so for example, VLAN 30 is my RSPAN VLAN, naming it like an RSPAN VLAN, and I need to type remote span command. Okay, then I'm going to the config mode once again, and I'm typing monitor session 1 source, the interface that my monitored hosts are connected to. In this case it is interface gig 01, and here I am using RX keyword. Okay, so simply this command specifies the RSPAN session and the source port, the monitored port. Okay, so here the RX is optional. Maybe you can use both keyword or TX as well. That specifies the direction of traffic to monitor. So if you do not specify a traffic direction, the source interface sends both send and receive traffic. Okay, here I am using the RX, which means monitors the received traffic. Okay, it will monitor the received traffic in this direction only. Alright, and then in the last step I'm going ahead and I'm defining my destination remote VLAN as the VLAN that I created in my first step. So by using this configuration, my laptop, which is my monitoring host and connected to the switch to GIG02 port, which should be assigned to VLAN 30 also, will be able to monitoring the mirrored port coming from switch 1 GIG01 interface. Okay guys, that's pretty much it from my side for this session, and thank you so much for joining me.